Hi, I'm Professor Ron Lara, and I'm here at my home in Newcastle, and I'm going to share with you a little bit of my personal life, what I do outside of university that a lot of people don't know about. One of my favorite things in all the world are fast cars, and I have a few of them, probably a few too many. But in this case, you're going to have an opportunity to see one of my very favorite cars, and one that has a lot of sentimental value for me. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about the E30 M3, which is the car I race. The E30 M3 is the first of the M3s that were ever made by BMW. And it was made specifically for what is called homologation. Homologation means that a certain number of cars are manufactured by the factory to meet requirements that would be street legal requirements. Beyond that, they have an opportunity to make what are called evolutions. In this case, with the E30 M3, there were 500 or so Evolution 1s, precisely 500 Evo 2s plus one Cabriolet, which is the Cabriolet I also have, only one was ever made as an Evo 2. And then there were 600 Evo 3s, and I have had 3 of those, and I keep one of those in Sydney at the moment on display. All of these are very rare cars. So when we talk about the evolutions in the context of, say, the Evolution 3, or Sport Evo as it's called, that particular car is one of 46 road registered cars left in the world, so it's extremely rare. The car you see today, which is one of the Evo 1s, which I've repainted for racing, is actually one of about 142 that are left in the world on the road. So we're talking about very rare cars indeed. Now the great virtue of this car and why it's been so successful is that it was balanced perfectly, including the weight of the driver to match the car, so that if you split it into 4, each of the 4 quadrants would be absolutely identical. So although the car is only a 4-cylinder normally aspirated car, its capacity to push that car, which is very lightweight, it dressed down to approximately 900 kilograms, which is a very light car. It had almost 400 horsepower normally aspirated, but it could also rev to nearly 11,000, and as a consequence was more like a motorbike engine, and it meant that it got power, indeed progressive power, through the whole range of movement, making it a very formidable race car. In fact, the car that you'll see is one of the group of cars that raced, and in fact this particular car, the E30 M3 in general, is still the most successful touring car in history. So that's what I have to say initially about the E30 M3, about my love of the car, largely because the car feels as though it's an extension of yourself. When you're on the track, it's not the technology that's doing the work for you. It's like a little go-kart. So it means that it pushes you to the limits of your own understanding of what it is to drive and your capacities to do so. But it also, as it were, tests the way in which a car that is so perfectly balanced can beat even the best cars still today from BMW and elsewhere. Thank you for that. That is the introduction that I have for you. And now it's time to move from the chatter to the drive.